Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and today I am going to be making plenty of enemies. So, I saw this since I do a lot of quiz things involving Mob Show's channel. I saw this one that was just recently posted, and it is called Overrated or Underrated. And I am really excited for this one. Obviously, just based off of the name, well, you'll see the rules. So, link in the description to this. Mark the anime as overrated, underrated, or properly rated. Okay, that's good. So yeah, you just, off of your own personal, I guess bias is the best way to explain it, is if an anime is a little bit too overhyped, a little bit of an underdog, or just right down the middle. I'm actually really happy that they had a middle ground there because that's what I was worried about. So that's why I'm making a lot of enemies here today. It might actually be I think, and this is like my own like top favorite show. It's definitely in the top 10. I do think in a way it's a bit overrated. Because everybody talked about how great the Chimera Ant arc is, for example. It's fine. Runs a little bit long, for my opinion. But just slightly overrated. If I'm going to be perfectly honest. And I hate saying that. I mean, I can't really say because I didn't watch the show. I'm going to say properly rated, I guess. I don't know. I think I might just go properly rated for shows I haven't seen. Overrated. 100% overrated. And I love Demon Slayer, but it's overrated. Overrated. Easy. I realize I'm just giving up overrated without actually explaining it. My thought is, if a show like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen can win multiple awards, you could argue that it's good, but at the same time, in my opinion, it's just overrated. In my humble opinion. Because it's fine, but everybody is just hyping it up too much, in my opinion. I gotta keep saying my opinion. Overrated, probably. I mean, again, I haven't seen it, so I guess I'll have to go properly rated. Properly rated, probably, because I know there's a lot of people that probably like it, but a lot of people that don't. Again, it's probably another overrated for me. Although I'm realizing there's probably not going to be underrated. Underrated. And I'm saying this as somebody that's only seen Season 1, not Season 2, no movies, just Season 1. But yeah, I realize that I'm hoping that a lot of these aren't super shonen based, but they might be. Honestly, underrated. Especially Season 2, because it changed studios. I don't know the show, so properly rated, I guess. Although I know that there's a part of the show that people didn't like. I legitimately think overrated. Because it's not as good, in my opinion. Properly rated. And I do want to actually mention that, like, for a show like Another, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but not full episodes. My Dress Up Darling, I watched it to discuss on the channel before, so at least with My Dress Up Darling, even though I haven't seen the whole show, I watched a few episodes, and I know some of it through osmosis as well. And the video is buffering. That's a good sign. We're really blitzing through his... Honestly, it might be properly rated. Because I've only seen, like, a very little bit of the first episode. Probably properly rated. First season's really good, but the second season, eh. Underrated. Underrated 100%. You can tell I love the show. Probably it's properly rated. Because, like, the first season leading up to Naofumi's redemption, in a way to put it, was fine. The second season I didn't finish. The third season I didn't finish. If we're talking about the show, it's probably just properly rated because there's probably fans of it. But if we're talking about the openings, they're underrated. But we're not talking about the openings here. Honestly, I think it's underrated. It was a really good first impression for me. Properly rated, because I know small parts of it, but I don't know the whole thing. Underrated. Underrated. It's unfortunate that it's not in the same talking as other big shonen. So this is hard, because I watched up to... Crap, I don't remember. It was the arc with the bounce that I just didn't continue. Not because I didn't necessarily like it, but because I knew that it was so much going on, so many episodes. I don't know, I might decide to continue it again someday, but I technically watched over 30 episodes. I think it's properly rated. My thought is, and I'm only saying this as a small part of the whole social media sphere, that if I get vibes of people that really like a show or people that really don't like a show, it's properly rated for me. Although at the same time, it should be my opinion. I'm trying to have a good balance. I mean, I don't know much about the show, so I suppose properly rated. Here it is. The thumbnail is here. And I'm saying this, I just watched episode 25 this morning. I think I'm going to make so many people upset. I've already accepted I'm going to make people upset with this video. I'm going to say overrated. Just like Hunter x Hunter, a little bit slightly. I've already accepted that I'm going to make people mad with this video. I'm going to say overrated. But that's not to say it's not good. It's legitimately good. I mean, are we talking the original Dragon Ball? Because I haven't finished that, so that's properly rated. Overrated. Although in saying that, I technically haven't watched One Piece, so I should probably say properly rated, but you know, I'm making these rules up as I go. They never actually said how you make your decision on this. But I hear so many people like Jujutsu Kaisen just hype up One Piece for no reason. And yes, I am kind of leaning towards overrated with a lot of the more popular things, so sue me. That's just the way I see it. I think it's actually underrated, just slightly. The more recent seasons have been good, but people just don't give it respect. I guess properly? I only watched like a couple episodes, so I can't say much. It's another overrated. Yeah, easy one. Underrated. 100%. Oh, I love Mob Psycho so much. I guess it's properly rated? I haven't seen it. I know like the start of it was good from what I've been hearing. I'm actually planning on watching this soon, but not yet. So, properly rated. Sounds like it might be good though. This is hard because when you say Pokemon, it shows Ash, but I'm encompassing everything of Pokemon. I'm letting my bias show right here. It's underrated. There are certainly parts of Pokemon that are good, but some that are bad. But overall, I think it's just a little bit underrated. Although at the same time, no, you know what? I'm sticking with my guns. I'm going underrated. Because people only really talk about Pokemon in the grand scale when it's just like, ooh, Ash has defeated Leon. Ash won the Alola League. There are people that only talk about it then and no other times. I will not stand for this slander, even though it's not slander. Whatever. I guess it's properly rated. I personally couldn't get into the show, so that's just me. Another properly rated. This was a show that I was considering watching. I don't know. Another properly rated. It looks cool. It seems like it would be a cool idea. It's not too long, so that might be another show I watch. I don't really hear people talk about it. I guess underrated? I guess it's properly rated? I actually don't know what it's legitimately rated, but I enjoy it. This is another hard one because I have watched the show. I have finished the show. I know that the general consensus is that the start of Death Note is really good, then it kind of falls off near the end. And I do think that's true. I think it's going to be properly rated, though, because legitimately, I don't think that it would get as much good publicity if it wasn't one of the first anime. And I legitimately that. Because just being at a different time would definitely influence how popular a show is. I think it's underrated, personally. I really like the show. Definitely one of my favorites. Another properly rated. Easy. Underrated. It's underrated. Although, yeah, I'm sticking with underrated. That's gonna be an overrated. I personally could not get into the show. It is a tad overrated, in my opinion. Properly rated? I feel like it's in the same boat as Pokemon because it came out early 90s. I mean, I guess it's properly rated because I can't really go one way or the other with that one. Underrated. That is underrated. Legitimately beautiful art style. Really, really cool characters. I guess properly rated? I can't make much of a judgment on it. Properly rated? I realize this is kind of being a boring video, so I hope something can spice it up here. Properly rated. Can we at least have something that's a bit spicier here? Properly rated, I guess. I can't really say much about the shows I haven't watched. Now, this one's an underrated. This is legitimately good. Although the spin-off with Megumin, not so good in my opinion. I guess it's properly rated? I don't really hear people hype it up as much as JJK, though. It's a bit overrated, but I think I'm sticking with that. But I love the show. I guess it's properly rated because the thing is, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier, with a show like Steins Gate. Yeah, I hear people talk about how it's so good, but I don't hear people beat you to death over it with wanting you to watch it and enjoy it and stuff like that. But I guess at the same time, I'm realizing that I'm not really ranking the shows. I'm more ranking the fandom around it. Because, like, every week the JJK Season 2 came out, everybody hyped it up, and it just felt like it was inescapable. And it may have been the same thing when Steins Gate was new, but it's a way that it's just Steins Gate, there are fans that really like it, but they don't shove it down your throat to watch it. With something like JoJo or One Piece or JJK, if you don't like it, suddenly you're the bad guy. So Steins Gate fans seem like they're kind of course, there's an exception to every rule, but that's what I'm going with. This is going to be a real fun video to post. Properly rated, I guess. I haven't even watched the show. I guess it's properly rated. It might be overrated, though, because I know a lot of people hype it up. It's properly rated. I saw a little bit of the first season and I enjoyed it, so it's okay. Overrated. Because anytime I hear No Game, No Life, I hear people whining about how it needs another season. Properly rated, I guess? I don't know. It's another properly rated, I guess. I need to finish it. I'm in the middle of watching it, but I haven't finished it yet. Another properly, because I know that... I'm not going to spoil it because I don't know the context myself. The first part of a race is good, but then the second half kind of like drags or something like that. I don't know the context. I don't care to know the context. That's all I know. Another right down the middle. Yeah, let's go with that. It's probably another overrated, but just a little bit. Nothing really over the edge. Oh gosh, I completely forgot about this show. Yeah, it's probably another properly rated. I legitimately forgot about that. It might actually be underrated, and I haven't seen it. So, that's what I'm going with. This one is overrated. I just did not like the show at all. I cannot find any redeeming qualities. I'm going to say underrated, but some people may disagree with me. It's a legitimately good show. It's properly rated. I watched it. It's fine. Can't really say one way or the other. Another properly. Yeah, I can't really make much judgment. Probably another properly. That's another show that I'm going to be watching soon. Another properly. Again, I don't hear many people talk about Food Wars. Properly? I don't know. I kind of want to watch that too. It's probably another properly rated. I need to stop saying properly. Right down the middle. Let's go with properly. Yeah. I love the show. Another properly. Yeah, I love Clannad, but how do I explain Clannad? It's good, but at the same time, the first season is a bit rough to get through. The second season is much better in my opinion. And Monogatari, I haven't seen it, so. Now, if we really want to put some hidden stuff here, it's probably properly rated again. I can't say it's underrated, so we're going properly, I guess. Underrated, I guess? I literally liked it. I legitimately liked it. Underrated. Underrated. This is the poster child for underrated. I love this show so much, but I hear no real positive vibes on Zom 100 whatsoever. And that may have been the studio, the episodes being sporadic, but legitimately, I love the show. I love the characters. Really good. What was the one before this? I can't remember. Tower of God, right. I like the first season of it. I think there's going to be another season out soon, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Zom 100, underrated. I need to hear more positive vibes from Zom 100. I know some stuff going on in the manga, just barely. I'm saying properly rated. I can't really say because I know nothing about the context of anything, so I'm saying properly rated. Underrated 100%. I love Bocchi the Rock so much. Properly rated? It's fine. It's probably another properly rated. I don't really care one way or the other. Overrated. It's overrated. Especially the OP, even though we're not talking about OPs. Same thing that I just said. Overrated, especially the OP, we're not talking about that. Properly rated, I enjoyed the first season, but I haven't gone back to it yet. So, I mean, the only thing I can say about Eminence in Shadow is Giguk likes it. So, I'm saying properly rated. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. If I watch it, I might enjoy it, but I'm not watching it. It's properly underrated classic. Well, not classic. It's underrated. I like that show. Really good show. That's a hard one. I do think there are much better shows that KyoAni has than Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I think it's overrated just a tiny, tiny margin. And, because realistically, Toru I don't really like because she's very overbearing to Kobayashi. Kana is just a meme machine. Lucala, I'm not even getting into that. Really, the only one from the poster that I legitimately like as a character is Elma, just because she's so relatable. Hot take, I know, but it's fine. I guess that's why there's a fire symbol on the thumbnail, or the title. I guess it's properly rated? Maybe a bit overrated. Properly. I enjoyed it. Nothing really spectacular. Overrated. Overrated. And I realize I'm just giving my quick fire opinions on this. I may change my mind. It's properly rated. It's fine. Can't really say much. What was the one that I didn't really elaborate on? I know there was Madoka Magica. Let me go back. Fire Force. It was before Fire Force. Beastars. Yeah. Yeah, for Beastars, I'm going a little bit overrated. Because, I mean, yeah, I'm going overrated for Beastars. Am I actually keeping track of what I'm saying? You'll have to find out. Because I don't actually remember what I said for half of these. But, if you enjoy, hit that like button down below. And, by the way, if you guys want to see a legitimately underrated show, Katanagatari. Really good show. It's not in the Monogatari franchise. It is just a really good show. And I'm saying this as somebody who hasn't even finished the show. But if you enjoy, hit that like button down below. I hope that my takes weren't too spicy, but if they were, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I may not have rated these the actual right way, but I hit my mic. Hopefully that didn't really come through. I'll see you next time. Momentai.